hunger strikes, tourists not welcome, tourists go home. That is what the mainstream media have been reporting about the very peaceful protest here in the Canary Islands. I'm here today and I'm going to speak to real people that are on the protest to put your mind at rest if you come into the Canary Islands, that this protest is not about go home tourism. It's not about not wanting tourism on the island. There's some very, very different reasons, and you're going to find out exactly what those are. They're to do with the economy, they're to do with the natural reserve of the island, and they're also to do with housing. So I'm going to tell you the truth. Let's go and speak to the real people here on the Canary Islands and put your mind at rest if you're coming on holiday this year. Come on, let's go.
So first of all, what an amazing turnout there was. There was thousands of people hitting the streets in the Canary Islands, and it was so peaceful and everybody was so friendly. Now, before we meet the local people, and these are real local people that I'm going to be talking about, they're going to tell you exactly what this protest is about. But before we do that, please, and I never usually ask you to do this, please follow this channel. This channel is to give you the real news on travel. There's going to be so much speculation this year of things that are going on. I just want to bring you the real news and show you exactly what it's like, so you're looking forward to your holiday and you've got no added stress or worries. Please also share this video to as many people as you can, and please make a comment as well. All of these things go towards pushing this video out and showing people exactly what's going on in the Canary Islands and anywhere else that people are going on holiday, and it really does give you the real news and will put a lot of people's minds at rest. So that's all I ask. Now let's go and talk to some local people and they will tell you exactly what's going on.
So I'm here today because the protest is very important for the island, but in England the media, the news, is reporting very, very different things. They're saying that tourists are not welcome, tourists go home, and and it's very much what they're saying is like, beware, if you come to Lanzarote you will have problems.
God.
So please, Eva, tell everybody back home, what's the protest really about?
Guys, the protest is really about something way bigger than some tourist people just coming to the island. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about the massive tourism.
Yeah.
It's about how politics are dealing with this situation. What we want to change is not the tourism. What we want to change is the actual way, like, the things are being done here. Like the laws and all that stuff, so they can regulate it. Like, for example, they are trying to legalize a hotel that is not legal.
Okay.
Stuff like that, you know, like, this is an island, Lanzarote specifically.
And they're building more hotels, but they're not building places for people to live.
My people work at the hotels. They say that there's not enough people working at the hotels.
Because they have nowhere to live.
Exactly, they don't have where to live. For me, I had to leave my house because the owner of my house had to sell the house or is putting it as an Airbnb. The local people gotta have places to live so we can work at the hotels.
Yeah.
And also for the tourist people, it's gonna be better ultimately because they're gonna have a better time here. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So we just wanna be able to have our homes, be able to protect our islands, and it's just a regulation. We're not against the tourism. We love tourist people. We always, for generations, we've been welcoming them, and we keep doing it.
Eva, you are number one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You are welcome to Lanzarote, and Eva's going to sort you out if you come here. Thank you so much.
And also, the media manipulates a lot, guys.
Of course.
Y'all gotta be careful.
There you go. Thank you so much, my darling. Thank you. Look what I found Pierre. I used to work with Pierre on a boat, didn't we?
Yeah,
Are you still working on the boat?
Yeah, I'm still working on the boat.
Well, fantastic. So listen, Pierre, you're here on the protest. Now, you're still working on the boats with tourism.
Yes,
okay, lots of tourists, you're on the boats, you're taking people out on excursions and things. So tourism for you is quite important, isn't it?
It is.
But what the UK media are doing, and I don't know if you've seen in the press in the UK.
Not much, no.
In the UK, they're scaring people and they're saying, don't go to the Canary Islands, you're not welcome. Canary Island people don't want you here. Tourists go home. What are we protesting about today? What's this?
Well, one of the views I have is that there's not enough houses on for local rentals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of holiday rentals that take a lot of space, and the prices go up. Limited, what's left of it, very expensive for a salary you have here. You can't afford a rental anymore, so it makes living very difficult. Tourism is welcome. We live on it. I live on it. Most of the people live from it. But there's you have to handle it the right way. You mean the infrastructure's not following up. The roads are filled with rental cars.
There is so many rental cars. I can't park my car anywhere. But what I say, Pierre, is I was pointing out that here we're in Arrecife, which is the capital, and all of these buildings here that are sort of like flats. They're for people that live here, but a lot of them have been rented out, aren't they?
Oh yes, some now are a holiday rental.
All of them. So you work on the boats. You take these beautiful tourists on holiday. They're welcome, no?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
We got lovely Líneas Romero. Lovely.
He's on the boat. He's on the boat. So if you do book with www.travelon.world and book one of the catamarans to Graciosa or Papagayo, you'll see this man. So make sure to say I saw you on YouTube or I saw you on TikTok. Thank you very much, my man. Good to see you. I'll see you later. Okay, so I'm here with Sweetie. Sweetie, where are you from?
From Lanzarote.
From Lanzarote, but you speak perfect English.
Yes, I went to the British school here.
Wow, fantastic. So, obviously we had a little chat before that in the UK they're reporting on the news that tourists are not welcome and where Lanzarote does not want tourism.
That's not true.
No, okay. So this protest is not about that, is it?
Tourists are welcome. We want quality tourism. We have lots of tourists that are they have lots of quality. The thing is that people are treating the island the wrong way. Stepping where they shouldn't, breaking our houses. People from the island are putting all the houses for tourists. We're being left without houses. So that's the real reason of why we're having this protest.
So I spoke to somebody before and we're in Arrecife, which is the capital, and I was just pointing out we're right by accommodation that is realistically for locals, but many of these are probably rented out as Airbnbs. So that's making it very difficult for you to find places to live.
It's very, very hard, and when you find a place, it's not we cannot pay for it. It's too expensive.
So what do the signs say?
So this one says, ¿Qué quedará para nosotros? That's my son's sign, and it says, what's going to be left for us? Because they're destroying the island, and they're going to be left with nothing. Okay. And the other one says, Canarias se agota. It's that the Canary Islands are finishing. We're being left without resources. We have no space for us, and it's going to end up having no islands.
Perfect. So what would you say would be the solution?
Quality tourism. When people come here, to respect the island, to not walk where you shouldn't walk, to try and find places to stay that are not illegal.
And people's homes as well.
Exactly.
Okay. What about the building of new hotels and things like that?
That's crazy because people that live here are not allowed to make new houses in certain places. But hotels with the money from outside, they're being allowed to build everywhere. And we don't need more hotels.
But there's nothing, a lot of people in England and things, because of the mass media and the reports, they're actually scared to come here. So there's nothing for anybody to be scared of, is there?
Nothing.
There's not going to be people walking down the street and this is a peaceful day.
Lanzarote has very nice people, very kind people, very lovable people. We're going to treat you right, but you have to respect the place.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, and I hope that puts everybody's mind at rest.
I hope so.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
As we followed the crowd who were heading to the Cabildo de Lanzarote, which is the main government building in Arrecife, the atmosphere was fantastic. Everybody was so friendly. Of course, there were a few people giving me some strange looks, but then again, I'm very strange to look at, aren't I? Especially when I'm walking around with a camera talking English. But I did speak Spanish to everybody that I met, and those I interviewed obviously were the ones that spoke English. That's because my main audience obviously is English people, and the last thing I wanted to do was spend loads of time having to translate things and put things up. So please understand that all these people that are speaking English are real locals here on the island. The Canarian people are so friendly, and you'll find that when you do visit the Canary Islands. So let's go and speak to some more real Canarian people and find out just exactly what is going on here. And I think you'll be very surprised with the difference of what you've been reading in the local or mainstream media.
Okay, look, I told you I'd speak to real people on the island and show you what's going on. What's your name?
Elena.
Elena. Okay, Elena, you're here today on the protest. I'm here today because I have a channel more for the English tourists.
Sure.
And in the UK, in the newspapers, they're not reporting it correctly. They're reporting it as tourism, tourists go home, you're not welcome if you come here. Tourist phobia, that's the new word they're using, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all together, but basically we're not against tourism, we are against the management of how the government is actually handling the amount of tourists they come. The tourists are not to blame because they go to a volcano and there are too many people because they're not actually controlling the numbers.
Yes, of course.
We welcome tourists, but there's got to be certain regulation and certain control like anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, of course. There has to be. And people need to respect the island as well when they come here, no?
Absolutely, but they're not to blame. I mean, obviously, if you go to, as I said, to a place where you don't have signs, you don't have signposting, you don't have anything, you don't know how to behave. And the more people there are, the likelihood is that somebody's going to misbehave. But
fantastic. So where can people find information about your cause?
Just Ecologistas en Acción.
Ecologistas, and I will put a link on the video for you so that people can find it.
Great.
Thank you so much for speaking to us today. And just a little message for those that are booking holidays and worrying. They're welcome here on the islands, no?
Absolutely welcome, no doubt about it.
But just behave yourselves.
It's the government who's got to get their acts together.
Thank you so much.
Hope so.
It's exactly what I've been saying all along. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, and thank you. I'm here today because in the media, the UK media, they're really scaring people and saying, do not come to the Canary Islands because you're not welcome and you will have problems. And I'm trying to show people back home that that's not the case. It's nothing to do with that. And the whole protest is about something else.
Okay.
So what is the protest about?
Right, the protest is about how we want quality tourists, okay? We want to protect our natural habitats.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to keep our natural habitats untouched.
Yeah.
And it's not also the tourists' problem, it's our governments. We want to let them know that we need these natural spaces untouched.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't want any more hotels, villas made for tourists because we can't buy any houses because we don't have the salary to do it. So if they want to keep the prices up, we need our wages up as well because we need to survive.
Of course.
Yes.
And I've said it throughout this video quite a lot that a lot of the places that are not holiday homes are being rented as holiday homes.
Yes.
So nobody has anywhere to live.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's no people in the hotels to work because people have nowhere to live.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is what that's about today.
Yes.
It's a political thing. So for those people watching at home, tourists are very welcome here in Lanzarote.
Yes, they're very welcome. We live on tourists. We love tourists. We just need people to respect our country as we respect yours.
So in England, they have a term called Brits abroad, okay?
Right,
So Brits abroad would be like people that come and drink and cause problems. That's what we don't want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we love you either way. We just want you to be respectful. It doesn't matter what you do. You can enjoy yourselves. Just be respectful about it. That's all we ask for.
What a fantastic person. Absolutely fantastic. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. Right then, so I'm here. I'm having to get down. You're very small, aren't you, my lovely? What's your name?
Terry.
Sorry?
Terry.
Terry. And where are you from originally?
Virginia.
From Virginia. And you live in Lanzarote? How long have you lived here?
Since 1966.
No way.
Yes.
I have never met an American in Lanzarote before. No.
Do you live here?
I live in Playa Blanca. So, look, I'm here today to put the record straight because in the UK press, they're saying that tourists are not welcome to Lanzarote, do not come.
That is not true.
Exactly.
No, there are so many things. It's
No.
nothing about being against tourism.
What I'm saying...
We want tourism.
Yeah, of course.
We need tourism.
Exactly.
We need tourism.
This is the message that I'm trying to get across.
But we want tourism that appreciates the island.
And there's a lot of problem with housing as well, isn't it? That a lot of the buildings are rented out as holiday homes and things.
Holiday homes.
Yeah,
right?
so it's crazy.
In less than 8 years, 220,000 different apartments, homes have been turned into
holiday homes. There you go.
So I'm sort of out of breath. So.
No, that's fine. But that's brilliant. But this is what people need to know. So they need to know.
We need you. We want you. We want you. But we need you to be well attended, properly cared for, eat and get to know the islands as they are. We want you. We need you. Really.
Brilliant.
Really.
There you go. You heard it first. Thank you so much, my lovely.
So I think you can see that the Canarian people really do welcome tourism. I mean, every single person we spoke to said that message, that this protest is not how it has been reported in the UK, and you really do have nothing to worry about visiting the islands. The islands are made for tourism, they just need it to be regulated. As we approached the Cabildo de Lanzarote towards the end of the protest, again, everything remained peaceful. The police were there to make sure everything was fine, but there was absolutely nothing to worry about. If you've come this far, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that we've put your mind at rest. There's more people that we spoke to, so do stick around, have a little watch, and listen to the message that these people are telling you, and enjoy your holiday in the Canary Islands this year. You're more than welcome. Get booking, get over here, because the sun is shining, the skies are blue, and the people are really, really friendly. But do respect the island, and do have a little bit of consideration towards the people that live here, and understand exactly what tourism is doing to the island, and try and do your part to make things better. Enjoy the rest of the video and enjoy listening to some fantastic characters that I met today at the protest. And thank you very much. Once again, please make sure to follow this channel, like this channel, share this channel, and do whatever you need to do to get the message out there, because that's what I'm here for. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Okay, so I'm here with Indigo. Now, Indigo, you've lived on the island for many years.
Yes.
You're here today at the protest. Are you from Lanzarote?
No, originally from Switzerland.
Originally from Switzerland, but how long have you lived on the island?
Over 30 years.
Wow, okay, so you've been here since tourism was just starting.
Was just starting,
okay.
Exactly.
So today's protest, I'm here today to sort of put the record straight, because in the UK media, it's been very much spun on the tourists go home, tourists not welcome, we do not want tourists, but the island depends on that. So can you sort of shed some light to the people back home on what is the protest about?
Well, first of all, the message is not against tourism.
Yep.
It's for tourism, but it needs to be regulated.
Okay.
We need to have a tourism tax, like in so many places they have around the world. So we just need to have a better control here in Lanzarote, in the Canary Islands, and we need also the politicians to wake up to this.
Yeah. So what is it, do you think, is the biggest problem? Do you think it is the rental homes, that people are finding it hard to find places to live, which is obviously causing a staff shortage as well, and the as many people have said, the price of the rent and the houses are going up, but the wages are staying the same.
Yes. The rental homes is a big problem, because people are renting their homes for tourists rather than to, like before, to locals. So this needs to be legislated.
Yes, of course.
What we need to do is, we don't have to stop the rental homes, but we need to control them better. We need to control them by quality.
Of course.
And people have to pay taxes.
Of course,
Okay, and for that we need people from the government to make these controls.
Okay.
And if there's no people available, it's going to be a mess like it is now.
But the message that we want to get out is tourists are welcome. Respect the island if you do come and visit Lanzarote. And nobody is going to be negative towards anybody on holiday here.
No, people here are very friendly. They love tourists. They're very welcome, and they will always be very welcome. But they're getting tired of how things are being handled. So this is the message we're trying to get through.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Indigo. It was lovely to meet you, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
Because the islands cannot live without any tourists.
Exactly.
We saw it during the pandemic.
Yes.
And I think it's like the balance. Like this year there are really a lot of tourists, and every place is full.
But it's also the houses as well, and the situation with the Airbnbs and the rentals, isn't it?
There are too many Airbnbs, and I think they want to restrict it to 10%.
Okay.
And of course the prices for renting an apartment are rising, and the population, I think the average income is like 1,500 euros.
Yeah, and the rent is about that now. So it's impossible.
It's impossible for the inhabitants to afford an apartment.
And you're on holiday here at the moment?
I am on holiday in my camper van.
But where are you from?
from Gran Canaria.
From Gran Canaria?
Yes, I'm not a Canario, but in mi corazón.
Yeah, no, of course. And you're in a camper van?
I'm living in a camper
van. That is the way to... You're living in a camper van?
No, I have a house on Gran Canaria.
This is what I want to do, get a camper van.
Yes.
It's the best way, isn't it?
Absolutely, I love it. For the Insel hopping, it's perfect.
Oh, I'm going to try it. Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.